After 3 seasons and a 26-7 overall record, Bishop Furrow High School football coach Mike Marciano has resigned today.
And it's neat to hear Tommy Tolles of Cape Coral, his name again on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, it's good. He's back on the tour. He's won his tour card after a good year last year on the nationwide tour. So.
All right. Good luck to him.
Oh, Sharon, you got to figure. It's the World Series. It's the Marlins, the Yankees. Once again, the eyes of a nation are on South Florida. But once again, there's a problem with tickets being misplaced, tickets not being delivered, and overall, it just reminds me of a certain presidential election.
Well, at least it reminded me of the 2000 presidential election. You remember the one where they miscounted and lost the ballots here in Florida?
We're waiting like faithful fans to get our tickets, even though UPS lost our tickets.
They sold tickets. They didn't notify you that the tickets weren't here, and if you didn't call in, they would have absolutely screwed you. So if I didn't call up, my tickets would be given to someone else.
Because Ticketmaster and UPS couldn't get together, hundreds of people had to leave their jobs to wait in line for tickets that they paid to have sent to their homes.
Next day delivery, yeah.
And they never came.
Yeah, they're going to credit us back the $18 or whatever service charge they charge us. But now we got to come stand in line to get our tickets. It's ridiculous. Just think of the people that are going to be here before game time. Are they even going to get in it before they see the game? I doubt it.
The line was over 3 hours long and tempers were short.
We spent an hour on the phone with Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster's blaming UPS, and then they come on and say the tickets were never printed. So basically, it's nobody has it together.
One bright spot for these agitated fans was the appearance of the Marlins manager, Jack McKeon. This was not a PR move by the team. It was accidental, but it did placate the fans.
And I didn't realize I was going to run into such a friendly group, but it's a real pleasure to see the enthusiasm here. I'm going to go over to the gate here, the security here, and then I'm going to come back and shake hands with them again.
And at last there was success after the long wait.
All right, Sharon, we talked with Larry Salters of Ticketmaster, and he said the problem was tickets for the Marlins went on sale on Thursday, and there's only 2 business days, Friday and Monday, between that. So people who didn't get their tickets yesterday because they gave misinformation or weren't at home to receive the tickets had to come to Pro Player Stadium to the ticket box office to get their tickets. And so far, we've heard no complaints of people who did not get their series tickets. From the World Series in Miami, Don Brennan for ABC 7 Sports.
Earlier today, I had the pleasure of carrying the bag of the 1984 and 1995 Masters champion, Ben Crenshaw. He's the man they call Gentle Ben. It's a little crazy, you know, you have his livelihood in your hands, you know, his clubs. It's like Dad giving you the car keys for the first time. Didn't want to cause any damage or anything, so I gave him some helpful pointers. He kind of laughed at me. In fact, we both laughed, we cried, we exchanged phone numbers, and I think in the end, he wants to hire me.
When I pulled out the 6-iron, you didn't wave me off, so that's good. So we hit it pin high, that was good. But I guess the only thing is that you failed to clean my ball up on the green.
Aha, that's not true. Well, you have proof right here. I'm going to show you. Look, watch. The ball cleaner. Here it comes. Ah! So I think I'll get that job after all. Now, the Florida Everblades, they've gone 1-7-2 in their last 10 games, and General Manager Craig Brush just couldn't watch it any longer without doing something.
Here's Don Brennan.
Thanks a lot, David. Unfortunately, we were supposed to follow Mariners' state champion marching band around, but because of the lightning and rain, they left before their halftime performance. Instead, Susan Lee pointed out 2 sisters who were cheerleaders tonight for opposing sides.
Go Tritons!
Go Red Knights!
And there you have the dilemma facing the parents of Monica and Mandy Ray. Monica is a rare senior cheerleader for Mariner High, while Mandy is the rare freshman on North Fort Myers High. And they played each other tonight.
Oh yeah, we were talking, she was doing her Red Knight cheers, I was doing my Mariner High School cheers. Go Tritons! It's fun, like at home it's like a huge competition, but you know, overall we're, you know, better. Like, you know, look at our uniforms, you know, Knights.
Cheerleaders seem to be more easygoing when it comes to the opposition. These 2 teams met at halftime to share cookies, stories, and a united cheer for the sisters.
It was really neat to have them together in their uniforms and both their teams to be able to see them all together and take pictures, and a nice family event.
It's actually a good thing tonight logistically for the parents to have the sisters on opposing sides because they have just one location to get to.
We try to go to both games, but sometimes we can't make both of them. So tonight's real special because they're both
both playing to each other, so we like it.
Go Trojans! Woo! Go Knights!
Another case of a little sister trying to upstage her elder. Don Brennan, ABC 7 Sports. A very nice story, and barring the playoffs, it is the last time they will cheer at the same game. And best thing of all, David, I got a cookie out of the deal, albeit a losing cookie. And that's always bodes well for a story. Back to you. That's right. Pedro Martinez, he was 20-4 last year, one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he really wants to stay in Boston. He wants the fans to know that, but he wants the Red Sox management to know that they got to get something done now. Who would have thought the Florida Gators would be playing the best football of the three major colleges at this point in the season? All right, and the Twins major league pitchers really like the way Maurer caught last year in spring training. He started last year with the Miracle. He was an all-star, moved up to Double-A. He will be with the Twins this year. Very good catcher. And also, locally, a local bodybuilder, Harold Cherry, placed 10th in the super heavyweight division tonight in Miami Beach in the National Bodybuilding Championships. After being detained with a family issue, Pedro Martinez took the field today with the rest of the Red Sox pitchers and catchers. He took part in the normal pitchers drills, and then he talked about a plethora of subjects ranging from Curt Schilling to his contract to his confrontation with Yankees coach Don Zimmer during the playoff brawl the two teams had last year. He talked about these things, but he made it clear he doesn't want to.
I wish I could never have to talk. I don't like you guys. I don't like talking. But I have to. Today's the day. Tomorrow I won't be talking. I guarantee you that.
All right, Jerry Curl. Red Sox full squad workouts start tomorrow, and Nomar Garciaparra stopped in for his annual media press conference. With getting married to Mia Hamm and all the trade talk regarding Nomar and Manny Ramirez, it was a pretty tumultuous offseason for the star shortstop.
Mad, all that stuff. Well, I don't know if I'm all those things. I was definitely hurt by a lot of it. I probably feel like anyone else would feel after spending their whole career in one organization and giving and doing what you do, and then having to find out that you've been traded or you're pretty much gone over the television.
The Big Cat. It was felt in the baseball circles that Pete Rose really hurt his chances for the Hall of Fame when he released his book the week of the Hall of Fame inductions, and they felt he wasn't really sorry about gambling. Former teammate Mike Schmidt saw Pete break down crying, and he feels Rose is really sorry.
And that was good enough for me to tell the commissioner, you know, to call the commissioner and say, you know, this guy means what he's saying. I didn't want to get involved in anything that could have ended up as some kind of a con or something. I was convinced that Pete was just, he's a beaten man right now.
A vicious attack in the NHL last night has left one player with a broken neck and another possibly facing criminal charges. The attack was actually retaliation for another hit earlier in the game.
With the two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin, is our own Don Brennan. Don?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. That's right. The only two-time winner of the Heisman Trophy in 1974 and 1975 from Ohio State, running back Archie Griffin. Archie joins me now. He's in town for the Southwest Florida Buckeye Alumni Club, and he's going to speak tonight. But first of all, how proud are you with all the great athletes that come through college football to still be the only two-time winner?
Well, I'm extremely proud to be a two-time winner, but, you know, I think somewhere along the line somebody else is going to do that. But what I'm most proud of is that I had the opportunity to play for some great teams at Ohio State, and that was the reason I was able to win 2 Heisman Trophies, and I'll never forget that.
Now, we have a young man from Fort Myers, Chris Vance, is with the Ohio State club now. What do they look like? New coach Jim Tressel seems to be doing a good job. Chris Vance is coming back for next year. What do you look for next year?
Well, I'll tell you, we look forward to an exciting year. Jim Tressel and his new staff, they've done a terrific job in recruiting. They have some outstanding athletes coming in, and the athletes returning from a year ago are just going to do a tremendous job for us, such as Chris Vance. And we're just looking forward for a great year. Great recruiting class, a tough schedule, and just looking forward to being the best that we can possibly be.
And it's not only that, you got March Madness going on, and tomorrow you're flying back as associate athletic director to see the hockey team play in the tournament.
That's exactly right. At Ohio State, we've got 35 sports, probably the largest intercollegiate program in Division I, and so we keep ourselves pretty busy following our different sports. And basketball is doing a great job, and hopefully they can continue to go on.
Archie, it's been a pleasure. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State, speaking here at Sanibel Resort. I'm Don Brennan. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Donnie, and just in time to catch the trolley.
This was supposed to be the season. The Dolphins were supposed to make it all work. They only had one cold weather game scheduled, today's game in Denver, and the other cold weather teams all had to come to Miami during the really cold months. But alas, the schedule was favorable, but the talent was not. Every year, the Florida Everblades hold their teddy bear toss during the holiday season so they can then deliver the toys to children in need throughout Southwest Florida. Tonight was toss night once again. The Everblades took on the South Carolina Stingrays at the Germ. Fight broke out early. The Everblades win the battle, but they lose the war. Very sad. You got to score a goal in the teddy bear toss night. 2004 Heisman Trophy was awarded tonight in New York City. USC quarterback Matt Leinart was the front runner by a slim margin, but Oklahoma's Jason White could become only the second two-time winner if he prevailed. Here's how it played out.
Get to come up here and thank you very much.
The day after Immokalee High School won their first ever state title in football, the celebrations continued as the town held a parade to honor their hometown heroes. The Collier County Parks and Rec Department honored the state champion Indians as part of their Christmas Around the World event. The football team is the toast of the town right now.
Everybody's always put Immokalee down. They don't look at the good things, they just look at the bad things. That's my point of view. And we got a lot of good things, and I think we proved that.
Proved it, they did. Barron Collier High School grad Travis Tidwell is a punter on Division II Valdosta State's football team. Valdosta State played for the NCAA Division II championship today against Pittsburgh State in Florence, Alabama. It's Raymond Thomas for 6. Then Tidwell doesn't get the chance to punt on this one because they pull a fake, and he had to do a little acting job. The fake worked. They get the first down, and they get the win. Valdosta State is the Division II champions. They win it 36-31. Baseball's winter continued today in Anaheim, California. The Associated Press has learned that David Wells is closing in on a 2-year, $8 million contract with the world champion Boston Red Sox. The deal would contain performance bonuses that could make it worth $18 million. 1 year ago today, the Louisville Cardinals and Rick Pitino took on Pitino's favorite player, Billy Donovan, and the Florida Gators. Today, they went at it again as Donovan tried to get his first win against his former coach, the